So anyway, welcome to Just Be Creative. I'm your host Joshua, and today we're going to be doing a scenario video. We're going to be doing a scenario video on Oliver Twist. And I already know the book review about this before. I'm gonna post a link to that video in the description. I'm gonna post a link to this video in this video. So I'm gonna post a link to that video. I'm a book review of Oliver Twist. I did a whole playlist, so I got that set up. So anyway, back to the scenario. Now in this scenario, I'm gonna discuss. Hold on, let me turn on the timer. Let me show you how much time I put in, so you can see the time. So let me activate the timer, and we can get started. So in this scenario video, what we're going to be discussing is the scenario where Oliver Twist is in the courtroom, and the judge is the kind judge. He's not like the strict judge in the story. He's not like the mean judge in the anime, in the cartoon I saw once, the cartoon movie I saw. But he's a kind and hearted judge. He looks at the boy and says, asks the bailiff, "Why is the boy so frail? Why is he so sickly?" And the judge would say, "Well, Your Honor, we found him on the street about 3 blocks from Mr. Brownlow's bookstore, and we have video evidence to show you." Because this is based on a modern world, by the way. This is a modern scenario of Oliver Twist. We have video evidence to show that some boy stole a book from a bookstore. Or tried to steal a book from a bookstore. I see. And Oliver's being accused of this crime? I take it? Yes, Your Honor, that's the case. And the bailiff explains Oliver's situation. He's an orphan who's been taken in by a man called Mr. Fagin. And what do we know about this Mr. Fagin? Let's see. And he looks at the file on his computer, or he probably has it on his phone. He probably has it like on his computer. He looks at the file. He's like, I see. According to this file, Mr. Fagin's been in trouble for stealing stuff for a long time. And he asked the judge, "Can you explain his further situation?" Bailiff, well, Oliver is an orphan. We have little records of him. There's his birth record, and where he was taken. I see he was taken to the kid orphan. I see he was taken to the foster home in Westchester. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. He was taken to the foster home in Westchester. And I see the record of the foster home has a bad reputation. But according to this file, I see from the file, the judge looks at the file, and he sees that the foster home has had many complaints of kids running around screaming, running around naked, and even running around starving and hungry. And then he asked Oliver someone. And he says, and I asked Oliver, he says, "Young man, hi, my name is Judge, let's call him Michael. My name is Judge Michael. I'm the judge for this case. So I'm here to help you with your situation. Can you explain to me your current situation, please?" "Well, sir, I'm an orphan. I was taken in with Mr. Fagin with other boys they steal stuff, sir." "I see. And how do you know this?" "I witnessed it, sir." "Can you show me Mr. Fagin in the courtroom, please?" And Oliver points to Mr. Fagin in the courtroom. He was standing in the corner, away from everybody. "Thank you, Oliver. Now then, I want to ask you some questions. Did they treat you well at the foster home where you were staying at, the current stay, where you were staying at currently? Well, you used to stay at?" "No. They barely fed us. They barely gave us any food. All we got was 1 bottle of porridge a day. All we got was 1 cup of porridge a day. That was barely enough to feed us. It was a little bit of porridge. Like how little bit? Like a tiny bit, or like this big? Like tiny bit, sir. Like it was just like water, sir. Oliver explained. And the judge says, I see. And then Mr. Fagan objects to what Oliver was saying. I have never treated my boys in such a way. How dare you? Oh, yes, you did, sir, Oliver says. Order in the courtroom. The judge will make this up like this. And be like, order in the courtroom. And say, Mr. Fagan, I see from your file you've been in trouble before with us. In fact, I realized your case. Your case file says so. So we'll begin your. So I see from medical records you are malnourished. You have not gotten. You're underweight for your age. I see from the file from the medical doctor I got that you're very malnourished. And I'm gonna bring in someone else. Bring in a psychologist, please. So Oliver's lawyer will be present too. So he will bring in the psychologist and say, well, Oliver's a very psychological, healthy boy, but emotionally he's very distant. He's very lonely. And I say, how do you recognize that, sir? The judge asked. Well, Oliver has a classic case of child abandonment issues. According to the classic case, Oliver is classified as a child with abandonment issues, but he's not aggressive or mean. He's a very kind, sweet boy. And judging by what was found in his person when he was brought to the facility, he really was brought with a blanket, according to his file. The psychologist. Yes, that's true. According to what Oliver told me, he barely remembers his mother. All he remembers is the orphanage he lived in for a few years. Now they weren't necessarily cruel. I mean, they fed the boy, but they neglected him emotionally. It's been proven that kids need emotional stability in their lives. In psychology, it's been proven that kids who are orphaned need psychological stability, which means they need a parent to look after them. And the judge also asked the police, have they ever found any evidence of Oliver's mother? All we found when we went to the orphanage, Your Honor, was Oliver's blanket and a letter from his mother saying that she loved him very much. But we did find a single hair from a woman, and we analyzed the DNA. Sir, Oliver's mother is dead. She died about when she was giving birth to Oliver. Died in childbirth, I see. The judge says. So you can see in this scenario what I'm talking about. You know, they're arguing about Oliver's case. The judge wants to help Oliver, but doesn't know how. But then, all of a sudden, Mr. Brownlow comes with an idea. Sir, as you can see from my file, I'm qualified as a foster home. My bookstore is qualified as a foster home. Yes, I see that. You want to take Oliver in? Yes, I would like to, sir. Very well then, Mr. Brownlow. You may take Oliver in. But by order of this courtroom, Oliver is to be put in Mr. Brownlow's care effective immediately. And the judge will bring his gavel like this. Also bring in Mr. Fagan and the two boys. They'll be prosecuted by us for next week. And that's the end of that scenario. So, what scenario would you guys want to do? I mean, what would you do in Oliver's case? Again, this is just a scenario video of Oliver Twist. Like, what would happen if Oliver Twist was based in the modern world? Anyway, I just want to let you guys know that. So, if you have any questions about, what this video was about, what it was talking about, I always like scenarios. I'm working on some scenarios right now with my book writing. So, yeah, I'm working up my own book, so, And also, I'm going to ask you guys 3 questions before I end this video. Question number 1. What would you do in Oliver's case? I mean, you're in the courtroom, you're listening to the judge, you're listening to everything that's going on, and you're hearing everything that's going on. You're like, what would you do in Oliver's case? Question number 2. Would you, if you were the judge, would you do your research? Would you find a way to help Oliver? Would you do your research? Would you find any family members that Oliver had, or any like aunt or uncle or brother or cousin or whatever, Question 3: If you were wealthy like Oliver was in the story, what would you do with the money? That's the last question. 3 questions. So. Anyway, guys, let me know your answers in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Bye!